Charity Lawson's search for love on The Bachelorette has come to a close after a wild ride marked by quick jumps, an epic smooch, a stylish bad guy, a tough goodbye, a surprise visit, and a dramatic men-tell-all special. The dramatic Season 20 finale aired on ABC on Monday, August 21st, and included a rose event in Fiji for Charity's last three guys, the introduction of two men to her family, and Charity's inner battle to choose who to send home. Her last days in Fiji were fraught with big talks, tough love from her mother, lovey-dovey moves, deep thinking, and tough breakup. Did Charity choose the right one out of the few other contenders in tonight's season finale? What happened in the Bachelorette Season 20 finale? The good deeds in beautiful Fiji started off tonight. She had two contenders and two reasons to be cheerful. And she really believed this until Aaron arrived. Charity's old friend Aaron B. made a comeback. As far as she's concerned, the other males were her real deals. Still, the sight of Aaron's again caused her to halt. She did not ask him to leave or get angry with him. When she saw him again, she hesitated for some reason. It dawned on her that maybe, just maybe, she still cared for Aaron. When Charity saw him, she immediately felt uneasy. She hugged him and smiled at him. Just Aaron was looking for more. More is never enough for Aaron. He hoped for a chance to appear beside her in the series finale. He hoped for the opportunity to be the guy she eventually marries. Aaron assured her he still feels passionately for her. He returned to defend her honor. Because she decided to keep him around, she must have thought he was worth fighting for. She chose to kiss him, too. A few passionate kisses later, he agreed to meet her back at the hotel. Later, in front of the cameras, Charity expressed her appreciation for his awesome move. This shows he really wants to win her heart. He went to Fiji only to defend her honor. Aaron was not like the other guys this season who turned out to be short flings. All along, Aaron has done everything he could to defend her. He had a fight with some of the other competitors whom he thought weren't there for the legit reasons. His defense of Charity was heard. Charity needs to decide whether he's worth fighting for after he protected her. Aaron departed without him. The other two dudes had assumed he was dead. Technically, it wasn't right to come back or ask for another shot at them. The group ran into him again during the rose event. Instead of Xavier, Aaron was given to them. Joey seems astonished to have seen him. Dotun kept his cool better. Only 2 roses were available, and Joey received the first one. Aaron was passed over for the second. Time was running out, and Charity drew Aaron aside to warn him so. She speculated that maybe things might have turned out differently if they had more time. To Charity, it was clear that Aaron was not her ideal partner. Even now, she holds him in high esteem. The two have got each other's back. So that they could take their time saying goodbye, she led Aaron to his vehicle. In the end, he departed. Charity convinced herself that the relationship wasn't destined to last and went back to the rose event. Charity was aware that she owed an explanation to the 2 last men standing. She said that she couldn't go further with them until she finished things up with Aaron. They got it. They believed her, therefore Dotun received the last rose. Charity felt good with her decision. There was no one she adored more than Joey or Dotun. She was likewise eager to share the news with her loved ones. Her parents and sister Mia made the trip to Fiji to see her. Charity spoke up about her complicated relationships with 2 different guys. Her mom thinks that's a bad idea. When she heard it, she obviously flinched. Charity, in her opinion, needed to practice making solid decisions. She must choose. Her mom insisted she make that decision right now, rather than waiting. Charity's loved ones will soon be introduced to her whole family. For the first time, they were introduced to Joey. Joey was a good person. He had good looks. He said that love is love regardless of skin tone. He has also informed her family that he wants to join them. Joey made some excellent points. Everyone agreed that he was trustworthy and open with them. Each one of them felt his connection. He was upfront with her dad. He confessed his feelings to Charity's sibling. They spoke about football with her father. The group thought highly of him. They've finally figured out why Charity likes him, putting the pressure on Dotun. Dotun was the last to visit the household. His actions, words, and even emotions were constantly contrasted to Joey's. During a quiet moment, Charity's mother shared some words with Dotun. When did he first realize his feelings for Charity, she probed. According to him, he's known for a while now. He claims his sentiments have always been undeniable. He was like a member of the family already. Charity's mother was reminded of her daughter's exes by his mannerisms and swagger. She speculated that this was part of Dotun's charm. She worried that her daughter was turning to the tried and true despite the fact that experience had taught her otherwise. That's all she spilled to the cameras. Charity's mother had Joey's back. Joey had the support of Charity's sister, too. Mia found out through Dotun that her sister wasn't as radiant as she'd been while she was with Joey. But hearing that made Charity uncomfortable. She became angry. She claimed to have strong vibes for Dotun. Why her loved ones didn't notice it was beyond her understanding. After Charity retrieved Dotun, the two of them departed. Charity did not share the negative feedback from her family with Dotun. Whenever they were together, all of her attention went to him. She then approached her whole family separately to relay her message. Charity was curious as to who was their favorite. No one would give it to her. According to Mia, both males are quite kind people. Her mom said they couldn't choose for her. That choice is ultimately up to her. Her mother refused to give her a name no matter how much she pleaded. These two couldn't fight in front of the cameras, so they had to sneak away. Charity's mother was hesitant to express a preference or provide advice on who would be best for her daughter. Even while Charity was crying, she refused to visit that place. Charity became frustrated and abruptly left when it became clear that the talk was going nowhere. Charity had some serious family drama. She hoped that, by talking to the guys, she might get some insight. She did not understand their need for secrecy. Her loved ones finally accepted that they couldn't pick her life partner for her, since they always end up convincing her to settle for someone she doesn't really care about. Charity and Joey went on a second date later on. Seeing Joey made her happy. In a single moment, he took away all of her concerns. While she was with him, she had strong vibes of love. She just couldn't decide whether she liked him more than Dotun. Charity and Dotun also had some private time together. She relaxed in his company. She had a good time with him and was on the fence about making a commitment to any of them. For a short while, Dotun had an advantage due to the present he gave Charity. He even had images of them as infants. He enclosed them in a lovely heart locket. Affectionately, Charity thought it was wonderful. She had real love for him. The fact that he was uneasy about everything didn't bother her at all. Dotun was aware of how she felt about Joey. He doubted their devotion as much as a result, but he had gained some points for his upfrontness. It revealed a different side of him. One that she couldn't share with her loved ones. Even though Dotun was self-conscious, he too was given a ring. He really wanted to propose to Charity. Joey shared these sentiments. He also received a ring. Joey's ring was shaped like a tear. The shape of Dotun's ring was oval. Both rings were lovely. Charity has a tough challenge if she must decide between the two rings without any help. One final rose was all that Charity could offer. She declined Joey's request and kept the item. When Joey stepped out of the vehicle, he was ecstatic, but Charity quickly dashed his hopes and dreams. She confessed her feelings for him. She promised him forever love. She was the only one picking Dotun. Now you know why nobody in her family ever said how much they favored Joey over Dotun. Joey was well liked by everybody. They attempted to explain it to Charity, but she just wouldn't listen. Everyone knew her endgame was to get engaged, so all she had to do was find Dotun. At this time, when Joey was sent home, he was watching. He said he had essentially passed out that day and had no recollection of it. In the vehicle, he doesn't recall sobbing. All he could think of was how awful the day had been. His concern for Charity was expressed. Since Fiji, he hasn't seen her, and it's been making him sad. But the concert was intended to bring them back together for at least one night. Charity has emerged. Once she saw Joey, she immediately gave him a big embrace. Joey's behavior was perfect. He hid the fact that she had caused him pain. He only said that the narrative was hers, and he felt honored to be included in it. Joey hoped only the best for her in the future. What happened afterwards is everyone knows. After sending Joey home, Charity arranged to see Dotun. There was communication between her and Dotun. She sensed his anxiety and immediately put him at rest. Dotun began his address before he found out he had been selected. Everything he said sounded like he was afraid she'd choose Joey over him, even though all he really wanted to say was that he loves her. Even if she decides against him. Dotun was the nicest guy ever. Even as a child, he was always a kind soul. It's why Charity went with him in the end and why they got engaged. The last rose was given to him by kindness. The engagement ring was presented by him. The only remaining mystery is whether or not it held. Dotun emerged and sat down next to Charity on the sofa. They were overjoyed to be seen together in public for the first time. Because of the program, they've had to keep their relationship under wraps for months. There were members of both of their families there to watch. Charity's family eventually accepted them as a couple because of how happy they made one another.